These pants need to be in your midterm. Everything will be uploaded, of course, in Brightspace for you to follow. So we gotta go to new file again. I don't need 3. I was working on another project. So what happens with Illustrator, anytime that you change your settings, it will just automatically give you those settings back. So we only need 1 page, portrait, 8.5 by 11, RGB, create. Perfect. And then what I'm gonna do is, in PC, you should save it in your desktop and then just show it. But for me, I can just drag in the pictures. I need a croquis. And today I'm gonna show you how to do the pants. And hold on a second. Where is, okay. And just a reminder, everything, the croquis is in week 5 and the pants is in week 7. If you go to week 7, here are the pants. You can save it. A reminder, if you have a PC, it's easier for you to right click or control, whichever you want, and put save image as, and then you have to go to Illustrator to place it and look for it. Since I'm using a Mac, I just drag it in. So anyways, these are pretty simple pants, guys. This is not, we're not gonna change so much. We already did a shirt, correct? We can even now, I like everything to be in a different layer, so I just like toggle it out easily. So then we're gonna go click. For my, look at my settings here. That's not the right settings. That means I don't have an outline. So what I'm gonna do is click away the outline on this side and click on the stroke line and just put black. Oh, that's white. No, that's not it. Double click it and they'll go over here. All right, so we're gonna do the pants. The good news, pants is about the same thing as the shirt, meaning you're just gonna do the outside first. I'm doing the waistband. These pants are relaxed. They're not very, I need you to look at the shape, meaning you see this shape straight. She is not, it's not going in the knee or anything. It's just going straight. So we're just gonna go straight too. You see the difference? Because I'm not contouring the knee. I'm not going, they're not very fitted. They're relaxed. I'm not going like this. I'm not contouring this knee. I'm just going to, actually, for your purposes, I might just change my color. For the purposes of the lesson, I'm changing the line to red so you guys can see it. So then I just go from the hips, I contour the hips, from the thigh, I just go straight. Believe it or not, that's how you actually make the pattern too. I press shift to make a very straight line. Match where my knee is at. Actually, they're a little wider than that. So I'm just gonna go ploop and just go in. Remember, I'm just doing half of the pant. I'm not doing the entire pant. And if I wanted to switch this line right now, I just click on my select my direct selection tool, select this point, and just move it with my arrow so it matches. That's 1. Now make sure this is a stroke 0.2. The outside is always a 0.2. The seams in the inside is a 0.1. We have done this before. The only difference now, we're gonna get more detail, okay? So then the inside now is the waistband is a 1. I go back to my stroke and I put a 1. Select, I'm only doing half, guys. That's another thing. My pocket is a little bit, is much closer than the princess seam here. So I'm just gonna go here. Done, done, done. And remember, your outlines don't need to be red like mine. I just want you guys to see this in the lesson. And believe it or not, that's basically it for like seams. There's not that much to this pocket. I'm just gonna go now to this line and I'm gonna copy it with Alt. Make sure my stroke is it's in dash. If you don't see your stroke window, go to window, go to stroke. If you still don't see where the dash line is after you click go, this is what happens. You need to click on the hamburger and show options. You see that? That's how you get it. So your stroke line should be 0.5. Look at the difference now. Now I've noticed it's double stitching on the pocket. We're gonna do the pocket again now, and we draw it. Same thing here. We're gonna click it, that line, and we're gonna copy it up. We have done all these steps before. That's all. Look what happens. We already have half the pant. I'm not doing these seams yet because it's on one side, correct? So now that we have all of this, let's put also the belt loop too. Pressing my M or rectangle tool, I can just click and drag it. And remember, I don't need dash for that, right? And I need 1 inch. The difference is that, oh, well, how am I gonna like not make sure that the lines don't come true? Well, you fill it with white or whatever color you need. There you go, done. There's your pant. Now you click it. Remember, this is not a very fitted pant. So you see how straight it is? That's it. You click it. Do not use the mirror tool. Go underneath. If you don't, let's just say you don't see your reflection tools because underneath rotate. So click and hold and rotate and go for reflect. Double click, copy. While it's selected, then that's when you move it. Ooh, I didn't do it correctly, so I can always Control Z or Shift Control Z to bring it up a notch, okay? She is not working with me today. And then press Shift. She is good. Now I made a mistake. You see how my little lines are not connecting here? Then we just connect it with the pen tool. So we can make sure that everything's correct. And anytime you see that little circle at the end of my pencil, that means it's making a complete closing a line. Okay? No, so this is what happens when, you know why? You know what happens with Pathfinder here? Pathfinder works really well when your lines are overlapping. What happens with Pathfinder, good point, is that if I were to select this and just do the outline, where are you? Look what happens. Because now Pathfinder is gonna try to look for any other open parts to match it with. So you have to make sure, that's why I had to redraw it. So let's just say if this was this close, if that was that close to my Pathfinder, believe it or not, it will find it. It will work. You see that? It works now. So Pathfinder is very finicky. So let's just say you still have gaps. It's better for you to redraw it than try to do Pathfinder because that gets a little too confusing. But for our purposes today, I'm just going to redraw it because that's too much of a gap. They need to be super close together.
So for example, while I was trying to do the shirt, the neck, I did the mirroring thing.
Yeah, was that you?
Overlapped.
Okay.
Not intended, but it overlapped, and now it looked really huge, the outline.
Show me when I go around, show me. So then what we're gonna do here is, this is the pant. Guess what? By the way, I don't know if you know construction so much. Has anyone made a pant or not? The edge is on the center front. The zipper is not on the center front. It's a little bit off. So it's illusion. Same thing with the buttons. The button edge is not on the center front. It's skewed to the side. And the buttons are in the center. Now you know. So anyways, so we go here and we're just gonna draw our fly. You can follow this fly. This is actually a men's fly, or what you call unisex. Okay, here, here. And why, like, look, this is a right angle. This is for me, time for me to use my little roundedness. There you go, done. And believe it or not, we have it already done, okay? I'm gonna let you draw right now. I'm gonna put this right now in YouTube. You guys are gonna have to have a pant. It doesn't need to be this pant, a pant in your midterm, okay? A pant, not this pant exactly. So if you guys wanna draw something else or change it, you wanna change the pockets, you wanna change how it looks, you wanna give me pleats, it's up to you, okay?